What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news, and in this video we will talk about Danny MALEN, who is a very big talent from the Netherlands. He's a striker and he already scored 10 goals and got 4 assists in just 12 games this season. But we will also talk about Guardiola saying that Liverpool are the absolute best team that he has come up against during his managerial career, and considering that he once lost the La Liga title to 100 points Real Madrid with Mourinho as their manager and with Ronaldo in their team. That's a huge compliment to Liverpool. So I will have that interview for you guys as well, and injury updates on Naby Keita and other players, and also an update on what is going on with Ryan Brewster's development. So lots to unpack in this video. If you are enjoying these live transfer news videos, leave a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe if you are new to my channel. And brand new FIFA 20 video is coming later today, so stay tuned for that. So Daniel MALEN actually was at the Arsenal youth academy or youth teams during from 2015 to 2017, but Arsenal, believe it or not, didn't think that he was good enough to play for them, and they released him in 2017. So he went back to the Netherlands. He played for PSV's youth team. He actually scored in 22 games. He actually scored 13 goals for PSV's second team, and then he got promoted to the PSV first team in the 2017-18 season at the end of that season. But then last season he scored 11 goals in 42 games, which is not a lot, but you have to consider he was just a teenager back then. And now he has 10 goals in 12 games. And recently he scored 5 goals in one game against Vitesse, not even like a bottom of the table Dutch team. Vitesse are a decent mid-table team in the Netherlands, and he scored 5 goals in just one game. Everybody took notice of that. Many top young players are in the Netherlands. Ajax recently sold Matthijs de Ligt and Frankie de Jong to Juventus and Barcelona, and Daniel MALEN could be the next big star to come out of the Netherlands. But you have to be always careful to really scout these players extensively and thoroughly, because some players who come out from the Netherlands, they are great in their league, but they don't live up to the hype in the Premier League. There has been many failed transfers who scored like 30 plus goals for the Netherlands. I remember a striker, I don't remember his name exactly, who signed for Middlesbrough after scoring like 30 goals in the Dutch league, and he couldn't even do anything in the Premier League. But according to some Italian newspapers, interestingly, Liverpool really like MALEN, and they could be keeping tabs on him with scouts being sent to the Netherlands. And I think this season we will scout him extensively, and then if the scout reports come back as very promising, we could take a punt on him, because at this point he wouldn't cost a lot of money. But in years to come, Daniel MALEN could really develop into a fantastic player for Liverpool. So he scored 6 goals in 5 games in the Eredivisie, and he also scored 4 goals in the Europa League during our Champions League qualification, and then PSV didn't make it into the Champions League, but they are in the Europa League, and MALEN scored on his first game in the Europa League against, I think, Sporting Lisbon, where PSV won 3-2. So that was a very good game by MALEN again. And Liverpool scouts know the Dutch league pretty well. We recently signed Sepp van den Berg from PEC Zwolle, so I think we have been scouting the Dutch league extensively, and Liverpool definitely has some scouts working in the Netherlands looking at different players. And this season Liverpool will give Ryan Brewster enough opportunities to showcase his talents, but I think in 1 or 2 years we would be looking at signing a young striker who could develop and really shine at Liverpool in years to come. At the moment, I don't think Liverpool are very keen to sign MALEN right now, so I think we will wait until next summer at least to look at MALEN, and until then there is a lot of time, so we will see how Ryan Brewster develops and how MALEN develops, and then we can weigh up the options. And the Liverpool correspondent working for the Liverpool Echo, Paul Gorst, has told Liverpool fans not to worry about Ryan Brewster, even though Brewster hasn't featured since the preseason ended. He explained that Jurgen Klopp's plan was always to make Brewster make his debut against MK Dons in the League Cup. This is what he said. Liverpool are in no rush with Ryan Brewster. That long-term injury to his ankle and his leg kept him sidelined for over 1 year, and Jurgen Klopp won't throw him into the deep end for the sake of it. The club have big plans for the talented young striker, but there is no desperate need to involve him just now. The upcoming game against MK Dons is viewed from the Liverpool Academy's perspective at least as the ideal match for Brewster's senior debut. Roberto Firmino's excellent early season form has made Brewster's wait extend ever so slightly, but there is no concerns that he will become the agitated in the same way that Bobby Duncan did. Brewster has been assured that he has a real future at Liverpool at the first team level, and we will see him soon, no question. That is very, very encouraging. And Liverpool, after Chelsea, we will play MK Dons, and then we play Sheffield United, I think, in the Premier League. So Liverpool have some, on paper, easier games. But I still want Liverpool to take that game seriously against MK Dons, and I really hope that Liverpool have a mixture of young players and first team players. So I would start Ryan Brewster up front with maybe Shaqiri on the right and Origi on the left, and a mixed midfield with Milner and maybe Curtis Jones thrown in there with Henderson or Wijnaldum or somebody like that. And now the Pep Guardiola interview, where Guardiola said that Liverpool have absolutely everything, and Liverpool are the best team that he has come up against as a manager in his career. This is what Jurgen Klopp said. Liverpool are the strongest opponents that I have faced in my career as a manager. Liverpool have absolutely everything in terms of a positional game, counter-attack, set pieces, transitions, offensive, defensive and mentality. Anfield, the stadium, many things. I said it when they were in front last season in the Premier League, and I said it when we were in front, when we won and we lose. I know how difficult it was, how difficult it is, and how difficult it will be to catch the league leaders, Liverpool. And the Guardiola accepted that catching Liverpool, especially given that Manchester City have one fit senior centre-back at the moment, Otamendi, because John Stones is out injured for a month. Laporte is out until the new year. So Liverpool, Man City have to probably play Fernandinho as a centre-back for many games in a row, and I'm not sure how Fernandinho can cope with that. I think in the League Cup, Man City will probably field some youngsters, but in the Premier League and in the Champions League, I think they will go with experience. And Guardiola said that is the challenge. The same with the central defenders. We go, okay, let's find a solution to keep the team stable and good. I think if there is a team that can cope with without their major centre-backs, it's Manchester City, because Man City plays such offensive attacking football, they don't have to defend that much. But it was shown against Norwich City, even with the Stones being fit in that game, that Stones and Otamendi is not a centre-back partnership that can, I think, sustain a proper title challenge. They only win 68% of their games with John Stones and Otamendi as the centre-back partnership, but with Laporte and Otamendi, or Laporte and Stones, that win ratio was 82%, which is title winning form. 68% is only like third, fourth place in the Premier League. I'm not saying that Man City will finish in third or fourth place. For this period, until John Stones is back, until Laporte is back, Liverpool have an absolutely incredible, massive opportunity to build up a small gap I would say, again, let's build up a 7-point gap or 8-point gap, just like last season, but this time actually hammer the advantage home and really try to win as many games as possible. And I think that Liverpool know that we have to be almost perfect if we want to beat Manchester City to the Premier League title. So I think even at Chelsea, we will go there to try and win the game. So I'm really looking forward to that game tomorrow. And Liverpool are set to offer Sadio Mane a brand new long-term contract, according to the Daily Mail. Mane just signed a new deal last November. That ties him to Liverpool until 2023, so he still has 3 more years after this season on his contract. However, after an absolutely incredible 12 months where Sadio Mane, in my opinion, recently he has been the most informed Liverpool player. Mane became one of the driving forces for Liverpool in the quest of winning the Champions League. The club are willing to improve his terms. Basically, Mane will get a pay rise from £150,000 per week. He will probably earn £180,000 a week or something like that. And according to the Gazzetta dello Sport, Liverpool are now willing to increase his earnings to 13 million euros a year, which is 11.5 million pounds. That is an absolutely obscene amount of money, but Sadio Mane deserves it because he has been absolutely incredible, outstanding. He's my favorite player at Liverpool right now, and he is just brilliant. And Jurgen Klopp commented on the fitness of Alisson, Naby Keita and Origi. This is what Jurgen Klopp said. Naby Keita is back in training, at least with the team today for the first time with the team. Alisson is making big progress, but he's still a little bit away. He had a proper session yesterday with Achterberg, the goalkeeping coach, but he's not in the team training yet. Divock Origi, we have to see day by day. That's how it was from the first day. How can he deal with the pain and stuff like that? We will see. It is pretty early, so I don't know exactly what the medical department will tell me about the case. But I think it's unlikely that Origi will be fit for Chelsea. But why should I rule him out? But it's unlikely. And OxladeChamberlain gave a hilarious interview recently where the interviewer was asked to finish a series of sentences about his Liverpool teammates, and one of the sentences was Mohamed Salah isn't selfish because, and then OxladeChamberlain replied jokingly, "Isn't selfish? Are you winding me up? The guy doesn't pass to us. Are you mad? Ask Sadio Mane." I just love the sense of humor of OxladeChamberlain. He was made for the Liverpool YouTube videos. I just love watching him be giving interviews and being in those videos. Mo Salah isn't selfish because he's a goal scorer. He's got to do that. We can't expect him to pass us the ball all the time and him to score loads of goals. This is what OxladeChamberlain said. The way he plays wins us games, and so he's got to do what he's got to do. He scores, we win the game, I'm happy. Mo Salah, do what you want. That's what OxladeChamberlain said. Brilliant. Also, I was asked to finish the sentence, Jurgen Klopp is, and he said nuts. Jurgen Klopp is nuts. Jurgen Klopp is what you see on the TV screen. Passionate, funny, charismatic, and a good coach. Brilliant interview by OxladeChamberlain, and I'm so happy that he's back fit for Liverpool and playing really well, and he's slowly getting his fitness sharp, and his best performances, I think, are still yet to come. And Fabinho is saying that Liverpool still have winning momentum for the Chelsea clash. Even though we lost in the Champions League, we won 5 games in a row in the Premier League, so we still should have some momentum going into the Chelsea game. And this is what Fabinho said: I think the momentum of the team has been very important up until now. Every victory increases our confidence and spurs us on to play even better. I don't think the defeat at Napoli will make us lose our momentum. We will continue trying to play well and be focused on our objectives. We lost the game against Napoli, but I don't think we played badly. We did what we would have been doing in the Premier League, so we need to keep up this momentum. We have had a great start in the league and need to keep winning. We are playing in the same style and doing what we are used to do. And Liverpool won 14 games in a row in the Premier League, and Fabinho said, I know these are numbers, but they are very important numbers for us. It shows how consistent our team is, and that's really, really important for a side like ours, which looks to do important things in the Premier League. I hope we continue like this, like we did last season, and that we get even better this season. And Liverpool have to be absolutely ruthless. We have to expose and take advantage of any slip-ups by Manchester City. Man City slipped up twice already this season. Liverpool took full advantage. So now we have a 5-point gap. We need to cherish this 5-point gap like it won't come around anymore, because I think Man City can again go on a 14-game winning streak. That's what Liverpool have to think about, that we also have to keep on winning. And to be fair, Liverpool can't do much more than keep winning. They have been doing it for 14 games in a row. I think Liverpool were just a little bit unlucky last season not to win the title. This season, I still don't think Man City are the underdogs. I still think they are favorites for the title. But this is, with the Manchester City injury list, maybe a huge opportunity, not maybe, definitely a huge opportunity for Liverpool to take advantage of it and just to try and win the games that they come around. And I think with the Chelsea's defensive record, how they haven't kept a clean sheet yet, they are conceding 2-3 goals almost every game in the Premier League. Liverpool have to take advantage of that, and Liverpool have to really try and go to Stamford Bridge and win there. And we had mixed results there. I think last season it was a draw. The season before that we lost. 3 years ago we won there. So I think that Liverpool can win at Stamford Bridge, but we really need to take our chances. That was the biggest letdown at Napoli. Liverpool didn't take their chances. We always create chances with this front three, which is one of the best attacks in the world. I think Liverpool will create chances, but we need to score them. We need to be more ruthless in front of goal. That's what champions do. That's what Liverpool need to do if we want to win the title. And Jurgen Klopp was asked whether he changed anything in his approach, in his tactics, and Liverpool seemed to be a little bit more vulnerable defensively. I don't necessarily agree with that, because we have been quite unlucky with some goalkeeping mistakes, for example, at Southampton, and some unlucky finishes like Jethro Willems, the left back of Newcastle, scoring an absolute worldie against Liverpool last week. But Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said, no, there is no difference. We didn't focus more on offensive things and forget the defensive things. Those goals happened completely strangely. There would have been a second clean sheet against Southampton if we don't concede that goal because of Adrian's mistake. There could have been different clean sheets in other games. Of course, it's not exactly what we wanted, but we don't collect clean sheets. We want to win football games, and we are still early in the season. We have to improve and develop, and that's what we want to do. But it's not because we have a different approach to last year. That's the reason why we have 4 centre-halves to cope with any injuries, because Jurgen Klopp was asked about Manchester City's injury crisis at the back. It's not easy for the, in the moment, number 4 not playing and sometimes not involved in the squad. But in the moment, if something happens like it was last year, not only one thing happens, a couple of things happen, and then you end up with 1 centre-half and the defensive midfielder, which we did against Bayern. And we had to play against Bayern in the home game with Fabinho and Matip as our centre-halves, so that can happen. Of course, that's unlucky, but we cannot think because before an injury about injuries. We all need luck to be really successful. Injury wise, first and foremost, I can imagine something like that is not easy, but for the other guys, I have said it a lot of times. From my point of view, we have 4 world-class centre-halves. They can play together in each partnership, and hopefully that will be enough for a season, to be honest. And I agree, I think Liverpool need 4 centre-backs, and 4 very good and experienced centre-backs. I mean, to have Lovren, a World Cup finalist and the Champions League winner centre-back, as our 4th choice centre-back, just shows how much Liverpool improved in that department. And I'm very happy with the squad right now. I just hope that injuries avoid Liverpool, because you need some luck in the Premier League title race. And Man City at the moment are very unlucky with injuries. Let's hope that Liverpool can get lucky with injuries this year. And then hopefully, finally, after 30 years, we can win the Premier League title. Let's go, let's do it. Let's win against Chelsea tomorrow. Let's hope that you guys enjoyed this video as well. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.